Frank Azurri, he's never worried, he's...
Black farmers who were tired of their farms being burned down in the South came to San Pedro in search of a better life. Here, they were able to get jobs on the ships. But it wasn't all roses. They encountered burning crosses in their yards, as the KKK were less than welcoming. When we visited the Joe Hill statue, we learned about the history of the KKK working with the cops to brutalize the Wobblies. Sadly, after that happened, the KKK benefited. They saw an increase in both funding and membership. It's a sad part of San Pedro and U.S. history. So behind me is the old KKK building. It's completely abandoned right now. They're not using it for anything. Maybe it'll be a historic site, maybe a museum.
But no, Frank, they're turning it into condos.
Condos?
Yeah, that's right.
What if people don't want a condo with such terrible history associated with it?
Well, you see, they're not really being too public about that history.
The developers probably don't know that. We should tell them.
Yeah, the developers don't know about it, Frank. Sure.
If only there was some way we could reach them.
Top 10% gets it all. Gets it all. Gets it all.
It's your fault.
What's up, everybody? That was episode 6 that you just caught here on Status Coup. This was our closest to the wire, Frank, episode, by the way. Usually, not that you need this peek under the hood, but usually we do them kind of further in advance. But Drew has been traveling, and so have I, actually. And so, yeah, we're just getting it to you right ahead of time. Season 1's almost over. We only got 2 more episodes in season 1. For those of you who are just getting started on Frank Azurri, check out the other episodes. They're not long, so you can binge all of the 5 other episodes really quickly. And Frank's just trying to let the developers know information they surely didn't know.
That they are not sharing. It's not on their website, as you can see.
It's not really being talked about. And by the way, if anyone was curious, because I know sometimes, yes, everything that we said in that episode is 100% true. That is the old KKK building. They are going to make the KKK building condos. And as of right now, it hasn't been super widely broadcast about the history of the building. And not everybody knows that history of the building. It was a church for a while. It has been other things over the years. My personal take that I feel like came across in this episode, if somebody's going to make condos, that's fine. But I feel like that's information that should be, kind of made clear to people. I think that's something people might want to know. And maybe they find out and they don't care. They're like, whatever, going to build new memories. That's fine. But personally, if I was going to buy a condo, I would want to know that. Hey,
Right.
This used to be a KKK building. I mean, I get it. We're all on stolen land. There's probably terrible histories in every building everywhere. But something that on the nose, I don't know. I'd want to know that.
Right.
Wouldn't you?
I mean, these guys, yeah, they weren't certainly not honoring the land. They weren't doing like Tongva call outs before they like burned a cross. You know what I mean? Let's take a moment before we engage in racism to thank the original
Thank the
people.
other group we don't like.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
But
there
you
have
do.
it.
You want to know if that kind of stuff was going on and where you're going to live. You're raising a family, but they were like tarring and feathering like union organizers in this building. It's probably something you want to know, right?
Well, look, I mean, who knows what kind of stuff they did over the years. I mean, It's like we were talking about this off mic. You have to disclose if a murder happened or something like that. I can't say this definitively, but I think chances are pretty high somebody got killed in that building at some point when the KKK was occupying it. I can't say that definitively. but I think chances are relatively high that something like that happened.
Right.
Or damn close. Someone got beat to a pulp and they died of their injuries later or something like that.
Right.
Maybe not, but probably.
They
I think
have
that's fair.
They have a certain reputation.
Yeah. We're not basing this off of nothing. There's past behavior that indicate that violent acts likely occurred.
And
They
they
committed violent acts outside of the building.
Right.
They did that plenty in the San Pedro neighborhood and,
Right.
everywhere else they are. But, so I feel like that's something that should be made clear to anybody who may purchase a condo. And
Right.
so far, that hasn't been a very transparent thing.
Right. They certainly tarred and they prepared tar at least there, Ron, because they tarred and feathered some people that were like organizing, some of the dock workers from that. Ron and I went to a march to commemorate, I believe it was the 100-year anniversary of the march where the KKK came and intimidated a bunch of organizers and union people, right?
Yeah, and then, we talked about it in episode 2, and we talked about it for anyone who's a patron of mine, patreon.com/Ron Placone. We talked about on the bonus podcast, we talked about, the history of it, where a 13-year-old girl was intentionally burned with coffee. And I believe she survived, but her mom died.
Yeah.
So yeah, they assaulted people and they assaulted the unions, and it was the KKK in conjunction with the cops. We talked about that in episode 2. And this is in some ways a little bit of a follow-up of episode 2, because what happened after that, it's not like the cops were like, oh, we were so wrong to work with the KKK. They're so terrible. No, the KKK saw an increase in support. And they got that building, which is, by the way, I hope we did a good job showing it to you. It's an eerie, creepy, ugly, frickin' building where ugly, terrible things happened.
Yeah. It is falling apart. It's boarded up, but soon to be the homes of
soon to be condos.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'd want to know. I mean, look, people believe in karma. They believe in ghosts. People believe in just, I could see some people that would be a factor in their decision of, that kind of history. I don't know if I want to buy a condo here. I think it would it'd be on my mind all the time. I mean, I couldn't buy a condo there.
Yeah.
I'd be thinking about that all the time. I'd be thinking, oh, they made tar to torment union workers, maybe where I'm standing.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. That doesn't feel great.
Yeah.
So that's something that might and then, by the way, there's also other people who, if they know that history, they might want to buy a condo there. And those are not the people I would want moving into my neighborhood.
Right.
Although I feel like in San Pedro, we, to its credit, I feel like there have been some moments where we kind of made it clear, racist, you're not welcome. I mean, do you remember what happened to the tamales guy?
Oh, is it?
Did you see that?
The street was that? Did he get assaulted like while he was doing stuff? Like, I don't know.
Well, the tamale guy did, yeah. So there's a guy who sells tamales, and he has a signature tamale yell, like it's him, and it's just his thing, and he's just a super sweet and friendly guy. And one day, this racist, bigoted, horrible human decided to assault him. And he just started, yelling all these racial obscenities of him. He kicked his cart and just assaulted him. And the guy got it on camera.
Wow.
And it went kind of viral. It even made national news. And that following day, everybody in San Pedro organized and had a big tamale fundraiser for the guy.
Yeah.
And they did it right outside of the racist apartment.
Yeah.
And you actually could see him he would occasionally look out his window.
Yeah.
And he was. So I hope that guy doesn't live in San Pedro anymore. I hope he moved.
Yeah, yeah,
And I was proud of my neighborhood when that
yeah,
happened. We made it clear, be like, you know what? We welcome different thoughts and perspectives and ideologies, but if you're just going to be hateful and cruel and assault somebody just for being different than you, get out of town. Go live
yeah,
somewhere else.
yeah.
So I don't know. Not trying to get on a soapbox, but
No, I like it. It's a good soapbox. Yeah.
but yeah, I remember when that happened. So yeah, I guess we'll see. It'd be cool if this. I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe this building will be a museum or something. I doubt it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, man, you want to build condos there? People should know about that. They
Yeah.
should know.
The Rock Church left, and they were rocking rock and roll Christianity. So
Is that
like,
what it was?
well, I don't know. It's called Rock
Oh,
Church.
It is a place called Rock Church was there for a period of time. Whether that meant it was rock and roll, I don't know. I thought maybe you knew something about them.
No, I just imagine like the cool youth pastor with like the sandals and the electric guitar.
Oh, dude.
Like, I think this place might be haunted, guys, by like racism. Like, they looked like ghosts when they were alive, and it's like they're still ghosts. These KKK guys.
Wouldn't the youth pastor be like, we can pray them away though?
Right. He would try, right?
Right? Oh man.
But there's like who knows? Like maybe he's not strong enough for like all the fucking drama and violence that has actually occurred like in the building, in the KKK headquarters. They have to split,
See, now I'm picturing some like cheesy, not self-aware youth pastor being haunted by racist ghosts, and it's kind of funny.
Right. Like they're stuck together, like they kind of deserve each other a little bit, right?
It's like this weird, like it would be this weird, like Christian Scooby-Doo type deal. And then it turns out that the racist ghost is just a developer who's like, no, we just want you out of this building so we can make condos, and we're not going to tell anybody.
That's perfect. Yeah. They're the ones under the mask. Like, let's take off this hood and see who's underneath. Like, oh. Boji and Bujameyer. I forgot their names.
Oh, the Ferb or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all in there, folks. Is there anything that stuck out to the filming of this episode for you, Drew?
Oh gosh, man. It was definitely just fun being there. It was bright, even though, because the moon wasn't covering the sun that day. So it was a little brighter than the day before when we had that eclipse.
Yes.
The building is just weird. Like you already mentioned before, it's like it's falling apart. It's like whitewashed all kind of poorly, and it's just
in more ways than one. It is whitewashed.
Yeah. It was a creepy spot. So it was cool to be able to kind of immortalize it and hopefully get people aware of like that not so great history of the spot.
Yeah, it has an eerie vibe. Like you get not. I mean, I was cool there, like doing what we were doing, and then when the rally went there that we both attended, like that was cool. But the building itself, like it has a very negative energy. I feel like, and it's infectious. I feel like I would feel that even if I didn't know the history. Maybe not.
Yeah.
But I feel like even if I didn't know the history, I'd be like, there's a weird vibe here. I don't feel great here.
Right.
It's like, oh, well, this used to be the KKK's headquarters. Oh, well, that's probably why.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Right on. Drew, where can everyone go to find you?
You can go Instagram, Andrew K. Saxena, and you can find all my links there. Some music, some comedy, little short films.
And you can see Drew on Sunday, as of the airing of this coming Sunday, April 14th, Los Angeles. We're going to be screening Left at Wall, which Drew's in the movie. I'm in the movie. A bunch of other people are in the movie. And we're going to be doing an event with a short show first, then a screening of the film, then a Q&A after. I'm going to be there. Drew's going to be there. Eddie Pepitone will be there. Graham Elwood, Sarah K. Godot, Anastasia Washington. It's going to be a super fun event. Members of the crew are going to be there. RonPlacone.com for those tickets. See you on Sunday, Los Angeles.
Woo.